Okay, let us start. Let us come back to the present moment. Sit your body upright and relaxed. And keep your middle axis straight. And relax the whole body as much as possible. Now let this body breathe freely. You know the breathing naturally, but pay attention to not to interfere. When you are knowing the body breathing, remind yourself, just let it be itself. And your attention is on not interfering this body and the breathing. And let go this body, let it back to the nature. Just feel it as something completely the nature, not yours. And appreciate every breath. This is the breath of the nature. Nature means everything that is non-self. Everything without attachment. So let your breathing be natural first. Simply delete your attachment that this is my breathing. Allow the breathing flow in and out naturally. And in this rhythm, allow the body to rest. Rest in this upright posture. When we are relaxing the body, it doesn't mean that we are relaxing our awareness. Our awareness is still present. It is present in every breath, every moment. It is the background of the relaxation. And breathing is the pace of awareness. And so-called relaxing the body, it doesn't mean that it's you relaxing the body, but just an advice, an invitation to the body to relax. It is a kind invitation without any expectation to the result. Even your body refuses to relax. We also understand this is the most relaxed mode under such conditions. But you can keep showing your kindness to the body by inviting it to relax again and again. And you can do it every breath. And after we settle down the body, then let us pay attention to the area of head. Relax your face, relax your eyes. Your eyes are just like melting and melting into light. With the background of breathing, relax your brain. Send your kind invitation to the brain. In every breath, may you be relaxed. May you be happy. Remember, it is just an invitation, not a command. And your awareness is just witnessing and waiting. There's nothing for the mind to do. Don't interfere, your brain resting. Let the brain take a rest in the breathing of the nature. You just witness and don't interfere. There's nothing. Hello. Testing, testing. Is it? Okay. Just let your brain sleep in the breathing. Be aware, don't disturb its sleep. Once you drop into thinking, then you are disturbing the brain. Keep the brain relaxed for a period of time until it remembers the state. And then your relaxation will be stable. Sometimes we are deluded by the thoughts. And once we are aware, just restart to relax the brain. Just be patient and loving. Just like taking care a sleeping baby. Be soft and gentle to the brain and don't interfere. Your awareness embraces everything and it has no enemy. It embraces even the thoughts. Thoughts is not the enemy of our awareness. And it is our customer. Kind to your customers. Relax your brain until it calms down. And become still and stable. And now we can move on to the center of the chest. It is an boundless space inside the chest. And send your kind invitation to relax, to be happy. In every breath, be content, the present moment. We have no past and the future. We have only the present moment. In every present moment of the breathing, just make sure that you are relaxed and content. If we have nothing to want or to expect for, our mind is not tensed. Simply relax your want and completely be satisfied with the present moment. Identify the action of wants and keep your mind relaxed. Want is the tension of the mind. Every breath you take is full of peace and harmony. This is the grace from the nature. This is the love from the nature. It exists in every breath you take in and out. If you can feel that every want is a tension of mind, then you know how to keep the mind relaxed. and in the space, in the chest. You can feel the feeling of peace and harmony. In the pace of breathing, know this feeling. Know that this body is happy. And every breath is full of peace and happiness. And you just witness, don't interfere. It is this body, this Nama Rupa is happy. It is this nature happy, not me. Just let it take a rest in such happiness. And now let us sink our awareness to the lower abdomen. In this space, and it is full of stillness. You can take rest in such deep stillness. You can give up everything, stop all actions and works, and enjoy such deep stillness. Take a rest in here. There's nothing that we need to do. You can let go everything here. When you completely relax, you find there's no sense of self. Because the sense of self, or the impression of self, is an action. It's a tension created from the attachment to this concept. If you completely rest your mind, then there's no action of attachment. There's no more boundaries between self and non-self. Because the creation of boundary is an action. And in stillness, there's no actions. Now let us transfer merit. May this merit be shared, worship the triple gem in our mind. And may the mind grow in the triple gem. And may this merit be shared to all sentient beings. May they be happy and peaceful. May they all grow in the triple gem. Now you can slowly move your body and open your eyes. Sometimes we are tired and lack of energy. In case of extreme situation, the five hindrances are so strong that we cannot resist. And in this situation, we need to be soft and humble. Just like a small grass in the storm. If you want to show yourself as a strong tree, then you'll be uprooted by the storm. If you are a tiny little grass, then you're safe in a storm. Learn to be humble in face of the nature. You cannot control the conditions, so don't think that you are fighting against anything. Now, people like to manifest themselves as strong trees. But when the storm is so strong, then they cannot stand there. They are uprooted completely. There are so many conditions that make us tired, exhausted, lack of energy. Old age, sickness, and death. To train your mind to be humble is very important. The mind has no enemy. Even it is so humble, so tiny, it is nothing can make the mind disappear. The mind is always there. The only thing is that don't be deluded into the feelings. Just keep yourself as humble as possible. And you'll find that your awareness is always continuing, even in the extreme cases of suffering. This is extremely. This is especially important in the emergence case. When the 5 hindrances are so strong that we cannot resist, just let it be and be with it. in this samsara, you will never die until Nibbana. So basically, we should not be fear. There's nothing to fear. Except delusion, ignorance. Except your own delusion. In case of extreme tiredness, you can try to do this. Open your eyes and face it, and be humble. Surrender the ego to the nature. Okay, any questions? Yes, Timothy.
Ajahn,
Yes.
what is the source of our awareness?
Source of awareness. It is part of the nature. So just like asking, what is the source of your body cells? Right? This is, and they are only the atoms of the nature. So our awareness is also the spiritual atoms of the nature. We call this element, right? This consciousness element. But
So,
it is the case is that we believe that this part of consciousness is belong to me, just like this body, right? This part of atoms is belong to me. Just our belief.
but in the reality, what does it belongs to? In reality, to nobody, to nothing.
There's nobody.
There's nobody.
Uh,
We're just aware of this body.
What we call the body.
There's nobody.
Yeah, there's the body, but there's no self. You can say, right? We call this body, right? This body. but the self is just a concept.
Thank you. Okay, one more.
Okay, Sally.
Sorry, I think my right now no electricity, so it's very dark. Maybe I'll just stop the video and just the.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn. I have two questions. The first question is, in the meditation guidance, I really feel like, yes, it's the want that make the mind tension. Well, in the past, Ajahn explained that if our wants is wholesome, it's fine. But I feel even the wholesome mind, even the wholesome want, make the mind tension. So I like there's no wants and no tension.
Yes, even the wholesome ones will make the mind tensed. But it's I said it is fine. It means a comparatively fine when we compare unwholesome ones, right? The unwholesome ones makes the mind tensed and suffered very much.
Yeah.
And it has no benefit for such tension. But for the wholesome ones, like the ones for nibbana, although it is also a suffering, but it is meaningful because it brings more benefit, brings us closer to the end of suffering.
Yes, that I understand. What I mean by wholesome ones, maybe it's not that wholesome. For example, I will think about what kind of medicine should I take? What food should I eat to make me from free from like illness? And I could feel this kind of want to maintain this self to be healthy and better. It's tension. Even it's just food and medicine. So even this kind of wants, I feel like I want to release them. Is that, or just more meditation, not worry about the body?
There are two levels of wholesomeness. One is the worldly wholesomeness, and the other is the transcendent wholesomeness. For the worldly wholesomeness, it is relative. It's a relative concept. It's relatively fine. Yes, relatively fine when we compare to the unwholesome minds, but it still belong to the worldly level. That means when we continue such a worldly wholesome minds, we still we are still in this samsara. We cannot go beyond the samsara. But the transcendent wholesomeness bring us to the nibbana. Such kind of wholesome mind is the gradual cessation of suffering, the gradual cessation of wants. So there are two different kinds of wholesomeness. Right?
So
we need both in our practice. Of course, our final goal is the transcendent one, but in the process of practice, we also need the wholesome, the worldly wholesomeness, because this will also purify our mind and bring us closer to the stillness. And you need to be careful. Sometimes the unwholesome mind will decorate themselves as wholesome. They'll dress in wholesome dresses, but they are not.
Yeah, I can feel that. For example, when I want to make this body healthier, it's has attachment inside. So I think it's more safe. For example, if I'm going to make the medicine, I will think, oh, this is just for this body can be better, get close to nibbana. This kind of vow, maybe, well, the will help to transcend those wants to be nibbana.
You mean the wants to be healthy, right?
Yes,
That
I
means-
mean, when the want to be healthy, sometimes it has attachment of ego and self to strengthen it. So I think it's better to at the beginning make the vow, oh, I make this medicine, it's just for a healthy body to help to practice to get to Nibbana.
Yeah. So we can simply wish that we can get over the obstacles of sickness. There will not be that strong obstacles from the unhealthy body that they make us cannot practice well. But we don't need to want to have the perfect health. It is meaningless. The body will die anyway. Even it is perfectly healthy, it will die and get old. So we just wish for a better condition for getting to the Nibbana for our practice, not for the health itself.
Better conditions for Nibbana, what does it mean?
A relatively healthy body is also one of the conditions for our practice. Right? Otherwise, we'll be very busy in going to the doctor and taking medicine.
I see.
Too busy. Right? So we also need to have a relatively healthy body that will not have too much obstacles from health, and then we can practice better. So this is allowable in our wish. It is still wholesome. But if we say that I wish to be healthy, and that's all, and this is not related to our practice.
I see. Yes, I understand. Just the related health, enough health to practice to get Nibbana. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay. And my second question is in the meditation guidance. Ajahn mentioned there's no self and there's no boundary of self and non-self. At the moment, I feel like when we are in awareness, for example, awareness of the breathing or the body or anything, I'm not thinking about self or non-self. So when only I have the concept of self and attached to it, and it's beginning to thinking past, future, me, others, then it's the story continues. So there's no self or there's no boundary of self or no self. That means it's just the awareness of what's happening right now. No me and others.
Yes, and all kinds of separation and difference is an action of the mind. And when the mind stops all the actions, and then there's no such concept of difference. All the concepts of duality is an action of the mind. It's a sankhara. It's a mental formation.
But in daily life,
when the mind is completely still, then it is lazy to do such action, to separate and self and self. Then you can understand that actually self is just an sankhara. It's just a mental formation. It's not natural.
Yes, I understand it in meditation. I can feel it, experience it. However, in daily life, how could I maintain this kind of no creation anymore? Because in daily life, I feel
in daily life, you need to use these five khandhas. Need to use the body. Need to use the brain. So it is impossible for you to be in the same status as you did in meditation. So just keep your mindfulness and keep your happiness in work, and that's enough.
Okay, so in daily life we just have to differentiate the others and me and make those things.
Yes, because you need to live. If you cannot differentiate the red lights and the green lights, you cannot drive. Right? You cannot walk past the streets. We need to differentiate in order to live. But we are not attached to all this differentiation. We understand that they are just concepts.
In the past, I will a little bit dislike the daily life, that kind of creating and how do you say sankara, as Ajahn mentioned. I will dislike them. I thought that's yanli, but after Ajah's teaching, we should be happy in daily life. I understand.
Yeah, if you dislike anything, including dislike samsara, such dislike is also in samsara.
Yes.
It's also a mental formation. It's also a defilement.
Yes, but if I feel happy, I sometimes I will have a little bit doubts. Am I dispassionate if I always happy? If I'm always feel happy, then is it still can be dispassion? Because when I feel happy, I like it.
The word happy means the absence of unhappiness. It can be stillness. Stillness is also an happiness. So it basically means the wholesome mental state. Just keep your wholesome mental state, and there are so many members in this wholesome mental state, like mindfulness, like rapture, like stillness, like clear comprehension or full awareness. These are all wholesome mental states. They are in the family, the same family.
So we can have those kind of happiness, and at the same time has dispassion mind.
Yes. No, dispassion is also a kind of happiness.
Dispassion, yes. Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Any more questions? Yes, translation first.
짧게만 그럼 질문을 하나 할게요. 아잔유 스님께서 이제 아까 극한 상황에서 그 큰 나무하고 이제 풀 얘기를 하셨는데, 큰 나무는 상황에 맞서 싸우는 거고 풀은 이제 그런 그 주변의 본성을 받아들이는 거다. 그렇게 말씀을 하셨는데, 그 점은 이해가 되는데, 그럼 받아들인다고 했을 때 이제 그 상황을 다루지 않고 그냥 받아들이기만 하는 건지, 예를 들면 이제 작년에 한국은 흔히 있는 건데, 제가 굉장히 이제 엄청 심한 노동 강도? 계속 이제 그 일을 하다 보면은 계속 일을 이제 과도하게 주는 그런 상황에 처해서 거의 이제 과로사로 쓰러지기 직전 상태였거든요. 그랬을 때 이제 그런 상황을 받아들이고 왜 그러는지는 충분히 이해가 되지만, 그 상황을 지혜롭게 대처하지 않으면 이제 안 되는 그런 경우들이 많이 있잖아요. 그랬을 때 그 풀이 된다는 거는 뭐 그 상황을 이제 본성을 받아들이긴 하지만 우리가 싸우는 게 아니라 지혜롭게 다뤄야 되는 것까지를 포함하는 게 아닌가. 그 점에 대해서 좀, 네, 아잔 교수님 얘기를 듣고 싶어요.
Mm. Yeah. A, the humble attitude help us to be mindful. So what I mean that to be a grass, it's just like to stay humbly at the present moment. But be a tree is to stay strongly at the present moment. That's the difference. That's the difference in the attitude. You are staying at the present moment the same, but when you change your attitude to the humility rather than the strength, to show your strength, that will cause a difference. You find that to stay humbly at the present moment is much more relaxed and effortless. So just keep your mindfulness, keep your awareness as small, as tiny as possible. And actually, your awareness is not tiny. It's not small. Awareness is awareness, but the concept of big and small comes from our thinking mind. Awareness has no spatial qualities. It is not small and it is not big. But when we think that I should be big, then that's the problem. It is the ego. When you keep yourself humble, as small as possible, that means that the ego is small. So it is easier for you to maintain your awareness at the present moment. Mm. Yes. Yes, of course. But because there's the need for you to work, right? You cannot quit the job. So if you have such need, you have no choice. Then you must work humbly. If you choose to work humbly rather than to choose to work strongly or have a strong resistance in your mind, the later will be much more tiring. If you work humbly, then although you are still tired, it's not as tired as the other case. So you save a lot of your energy with this attitude, because the ego, the big ego, use a lot of fuel. That's a lot of energy, consumes a lot of energy. If you work and maintain your big ego, then you lose even more energy.
근데 그게 주관적인 마음 상태를 바꾸는 것도 굉장히 중요한데 이제 객관적인 상황을 다루는 것도 지혜롭게 필요하지 않는가라는 생각이 들어서 질문한 거거든요. 시간이 좀 늦긴 했지만. 음.
What do you mean? You choose to what? Yeah, yeah. Um, um, that's the only question. If you have the choice to quit the job, then you can do it, right? Of course, you can choose to do so if you can. But the more important is our mental energy. It's the energy loose from greed, aversion, and delusion. Such tiredness of the mind is suffering itself. But if we are tired only in the body, then that's easy. When you go home and then you take a shower and sit there or eat something, then you find you're recovered. The body is so strange. Even if you are so tired in the work. When you take some rest, they recover very fast. It's easy to solve the physical tiredness, but the mental tiredness is a big problem. If you consume too much greed, aversion, and delusion, your mind will become weaker and weaker, and you have no intention to do any wholesome things. Then you'll be dropped into the unwholesome world. That's a disaster.
네, 시간이 없어서 더 물어보긴 그런데 예를 들면 한국은 두 명이 할 일을 한 명을 이제 빼고 한 사람이 하는 경우들이 많다는 거죠. 그랬을 때 그거는 이제 심리적으로 해결되지 않는 그 작년 같은 저 막 귀에 진물 날 정도로 이랬거든요. 그래서 그거는 이제 심리적인 문제가 아니라 객관적으로 한국의 노동 강도가 거의 두 사람 일을 한 사람한테 이제 맡기는 이런 상황이기 때문에 그런 이제 구조적인 상황에서 마음만으로는 해결이 안 되는 문제가 있고 지혜가 있다면 그 상황을 최대한 지혜롭게 다뤄야 되는 게 아닌가 그런 게 저희 생각이거든요. 근데 좀 길어져서 네. 네.
Yeah. Uh, of course, you can. If the situation is very extreme, of course you can talk to your boss, right? You can express your view and your feeling, and because you are saying in the extreme case, right? In extreme case, your body cannot afford the work. Then, and if your boss doesn't agree to make any change to you, then you have no choice other than quitting your job. Right? That's the situation. But still, when we compare to those unemployed people, you are still better. in there's so many people unemployed in China, and because of the economy, and you at least you are better. You have your work. You can earn your living, and we are still better than many people. So just try your best. You can express to your boss and talk with rationality and try to negotiate. This is allowable. Also, we just applying our wisdom. It doesn't mean that we are refusing the work, but sometimes we need to apply our wisdom to solve some unreasonable situations.
땡큐. 결국 일을 그만두는 선택을 했습니다.
Okay.
다른 일을 찾는 걸.
Yeah. I hope you can be happy.
땡큐.
Okay. So, okay, next time. Today I'm tired too because I keep on receiving gas all day. Okay, then see you next week.